Facebook Live. Doug Reynolds here, coming to you from my office. I'm going to be doing this each Wednesday morning before my office meetings, so I'm still getting the hang of Facebook Live here, but if you're joining the stream, why don't you send me a comment or question, test out my ability to handle this on the fly as far as giving you some good information, but also engaging, interacting. I'd love it if some people would kind of give me a test out there to see how I'm doing. So today I'm going to talk about how's the market. It's a question I get all the time. I've been in the business for 11 years now, and sure enough, whenever I'm in any type of social setting or anything like that, and someone hears that I'm in real estate, they always respond, "Oh, how's the market?" You know. And one thing I've learned over the years is you can't just give a blanket statement. I've learned actually I need to ask them a follow-up question that basically says, well, who's asking? And you say, what does that mean? Well, who's asking? I need to find out more. How are they viewing the market? What is their angle that they're coming from? So, once again, how's the market? How do I answer this? Well, one thing, I've got a couple notes here and stuff. So if you tell me that, so I say, well, who's asking? You know, what type of, are you just a homeowner? If they say, yeah, I'm just a homeowner, I'm not looking to buy or sell anything, I'm just kind of curious what's going on out there. Well, that's definitely, you know, going to give me a direction to go to give them some information. I can say, oh, well, if you're just a homeowner, you're just kind of curious about value, then things have been great for you the last few years. Prices have increased the last 3 to 4 years. Anywhere, depending on your neighborhood, they could have gone up anywhere between 5 to 10% every year for the last 3 or 4 years. So congratulations, your house is going up in value. And then I usually follow up and say, hey, you know, let me know if you'd like me to do kind of a market analysis for you or something, because we all know Zillow sure is not all of that accurate. It's basically a computer trying to give you, you know, a value, and that's not a very good thing to do. So, you know, that's one way I would answer if it's just a homeowner. But if it's a seller, say, hey, you know, I'm thinking about selling, well, then I'm going to go into kind of a different answer for them. I'd say, hey, you know what, it's a great time to be a seller, but you've got to know a couple of things. Inventory is low, so things are in your favor as far as the seller goes. However, the market is very sensitive. Buyers are so educated now with their mobile devices and blogs and automated valuations, all that kind of stuff. They know if a house is priced right or not from the beginning. And so as a seller, you can have great success in this market as long as you price it right, it shows well, so you've got to probably do a little bit of prep work to get it ready to make it show well. You're not going to be leaving dishes out on the counter or your laundry on the floor, things like that. You might need to do a little paint touch up, or maybe replace the carpet if it's really old or something like that, get any bad odors out of there, things like that. So priced right, shows well, and has good marketing from your real estate agent. If you meet those 3 criteria in this market, you're going to do excellent as a seller. So I kind of give them that information. If they respond to me and say, hey, well, I'm a buyer. I've actually just, you know, started thinking about buying something soon, and I'm just getting my toes wet. I say, that's great. You know what? Interest rates are definitely still low compared to historical averages, but just to let you know, it's pretty competitive out there. There's not a whole lot to choose from. Supply and demand is having a big impact, and so it's important that you get your ducks in a row. Make sure you're dialed in with a really, really good local lender, and you're going to want to make sure you have as much down payment as possible. So definitely be saving up, getting that down payment as good as you can. You want to make sure your FICO score is as good as possible. You know, all those types of things, so that you can get yourself into a very strong position as a buyer, and be ready, be prepared to go out there and really compete and put your best foot forward on a house that you really like, because more than likely there might be a few other offers on that property. However, as a buyer, also know there's some houses out there that are sitting on the market because of the sensitivity of the market. There's some houses that are sitting out there, and if you can keep your eye looking 2 directions, I don't know if you can do that, but if you can keep your eye on the listings that just came on the market recently, then you're going to be able to watch that. And if you can also keep your eye on houses that have been on the market for a while and have been sitting, they're becoming a little bit stale, that you can kind of veer off in two different directions. So if you can go after the ones that have been on the market for a while, you're going to have a chance to try and maybe actually do a little negotiation with those sellers because they missed the mark when they came on the market there. Okay. If they say, oh, I'm an investor, well, I'd say, okay, are you investor? Do you have rental properties right now? Are you looking to get rental properties? Are you looking to flip a property? What are you trying to do? If they say, oh, I just own some rental properties, that's great. Rents have been going up like crazy. Same thing, supply and demand. I personally have a rental property, and in 1 year's time, the rent of market value has increased $200 a month just on one property. So that's an example of what's going on in Sacramento. The rents have been increasing along with the prices for values on properties. If they're saying, oh, I'm looking to buy a rental, I say that's great. Rents are strong right now, so if you can, when you do get something, you're going to be able to get a tenant in there fairly easily and be able to get a strong value for it. If they're looking to flip, I say that's great. There's a lot of other flippers out there, so you got the same thing. Make sure you got your ducks in a row. You've got to have your cash on hand available. You've got to be able to have your contractor available to go out and take a look at that property so you can write an as-is offer, all those types of things. Lastly, if they say, oh, well, I'm a renter, I'm thinking about maybe getting into the market or something, what's going on with rents, what's going on with values, and I would just basically be saying, well, rents have gone up and looks like they're going to continue to go up. If you've got the means to be able to buy something, then you'd be able to lock in a price that you're going to be paying for the future rather than your landlord might be saying, hey, you know what, rents, I'm going to increase your rent, or hey, I'm going to sell the place, you got to move out. It just gives you a lot of strength and a lot of value there. So that's kind of my answer as far as, hey, how's the market? Well, I need to kind of figure out what set of eyes are you looking at the market from. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. Greg jumped in on the video there. Hey Greg, how's it going? Hope you enjoyed this video. So anyone else that's out there, feel free to either leave me a comment or shoot me a question or anything. I'm going to be doing these videos once a week, usually probably before my office meeting on Wednesday mornings. So just love to give some relevant and content and good information for people out there just to know more about the real estate market and everything. So hope you found it helpful. Feel free to like, subscribe, share it with someone right now. If you know somebody that's maybe in the market or is looking to buy or sell or whatever, shoot the video over to them, share with them, let them be able to see some of this information. And I just kind of skimmed the surface here on this one. So feel free to reach out to me, my website, realestatewithdoug.com. Check out my Facebook page, obviously, my YouTube channel, Sacramento Real Estate blog is where my blog is at, all that good stuff. I'll be putting this video on YouTube later as well for people to be able to view later. But hope that was helpful. Look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.